I got the name of the South. I'm straight out of Raleigh, I'm probably the dumbest of sick cause you sick to your stomach, I'm hungry. And that's what the mouth for the South, I'ma get to the plate if I want it. For real. Big Mouth is a way to the biggest way that's gonna sweep to the country. For real. Who got the mouth for the South? Who wanna get this shit out?
So look, the name Tacobae, where'd that come from?
Basically, Taco came from being the new girl at school. I was, you know, people in Charlotte don't really know any other Hispanic race except Mexicans. So I don't even make tacos. I've never cooked a taco a day of my life. But being the new girl in school and people assuming I was Mexican, they just started calling me the new girl Taco. So,
so you was given the name Taco.
Right, I never called myself Taco. Like,
so
it was a racist joke basically, but it came to a point where like my real name, people would be mispronouncing my name. So I just started calling myself Taco because it was just easier for me.
Pronounce your real name real quick.
Alright, so look, check this out. When you say my name, you gotta smile. It don't work unless you smile.
Smile one time.
Alright, so my name is Tianis. You gotta say it with a smile.
Tianis.
Tianis.
Okay. So Tacobae, where the Bay part come in at though? Like,
So Tacobae came from, so people already knew me as Taco, you know, around the school and everything. I had somebody send me a picture, it was of Karuchi. She had like a bathing suit and it was like, I love Tacobae. And I was like, who's Tacobae? And I just seen nobody, like when I looked up Tacobae, wasn't nobody Tacobae. And I was like, well, people already call me Taco. So I'm Tacobae, and then I just gave myself that name. And then, you know, it just started evolving from there. The Tacobae is Nacho Bay, you know, all that started coming in.
Okay, that's fire. So look though, do you plan on actually using the name Tacobae as your actual name, or that's just like an IG thing?
So I feel like Tacobae is a part of me. I feel like everybody has two sides of them, and I feel like that's like my alter ego. I feel like when I'm Tianis, that's more, you know, my sultry side, my more, just me, who I am. I feel like Tacobae is my alter ego. It's my more trap, turned up side. It's more of a fun character, you know. But Tianis Rose is my artist name. That's what I'm always go by. Tacobae is more so like the only people that really call me Taco are the people who have always called me Taco, and it's people who really know me, and that was my, you know, nickname. But that's not something I would want people calling me like in the future.
No, I understand. So look though, how you deal with being a female in a male-dominant industry? Like, is it difficult conducting business without guys trying to holler at you, or like how that work out?
It has its advantages and disadvantages. I feel like women right now are running shit, so I don't feel like it's a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Because I feel like even, you know, right now in the industry, I feel like the women are going harder than the men right now.
Yeah, what make you feel like that?
Only because it is harder for females.
Yeah.
So, and especially, you know, we're in a generation where like women are just seen as sex symbols in the rap game. You know, if a female is not selling her body or, you know, rapping about being sexy and shit, then it's like, you know, she not hard or whatever. But I'm trying to bring back real music. I want to create a way for the new females that are coming into the game to feel like I don't have to disrespect myself to be respected. You feel me? Like, you could still be in the game and not have to talk about popping pussy, I'm popping perks, I'm doing
So you're saying you feel like you could actually be lit off your actual music instead of really like just showcasing your beauty or the way you look.
Yeah, I feel like it's dope that, like, you know, you could be a pretty girl, but you don't, like, it should be more to you. It should not just be like, yeah, that's it, you a pretty face. It should be substance behind the speaking. Like with my music, I feel like I have so many different vibes, but even in my trap vibes and my turn up vibes, my lyrics are very lyrical and it's still conscious, even though it's turned up music. Like you could still get turned up, but the lyrics still mean something. Like nowadays, I feel like there be some turn up music that when you actually start listening to the lyrics, you're like, what the fuck? And you know, people saying crazy shit.
Yeah. So look, are you in a relationship right now?
I'm single.
You single?
Yes.
How long you been single?
For about 2 years now. Might be 2 years.
Is it a reason why?
Well, before the 2 years, I was in a really long relationship.
Yeah.
And I was in a long relationship from like 16 years old to like 19 years old. So after that, I kind of just want to learn myself. I'm just right now evolving as a person. I don't want to be with nobody until I'm the best version of myself.
So you ain't got your eye on nobody right now?
I don't have the what?
You don't have your eye on anybody right now? Like you ain't looking at nobody?
Nah, I'm chilling right now.
So look though, so
but makeup artists be on set like
support team like that.
Yeah.
She gonna get you right. You got an official makeup artist?
Oh yeah, Mashaya.
Mashaya?
N.SHYA.
Wait, you wanna shout out her Instagram?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's the best. If you're in Charlotte and you ain't getting your makeup done by her, I don't know what you're doing.
So look though, where you originally from?
So I was born in Brooklyn, New York, but I'm Dominican and Puerto Rican. My mother is Dominican and my father's Puerto Rican. But I've been in Charlotte for about 7 years, so I rep both New York and North Carolina because they both have made me a big part of who I am.
So you moved down from New York to Charlotte at what age?
I was like 13 when I moved to Charlotte.
Was it a big transition for you?
Definitely. Like, I'm used to New York, like, it's loud, it's a lot of people outside, it's crowded. So when I moved down here, I was like, yo, it's mad country over here. Like, when I go outside, ain't nobody on the block. Like, it was just so quiet to me compared to New York. But after being here for a while, like, I love New York, that's where I'm from, but I would never, like, move back there. Just only because, like, I'm used to being more, like, settled down, more chill, more.
So you see yourself being in Charlotte forever, or like you got plans or to keep it moving?
No, definitely not forever, but I'll definitely always come back, you know, like this home.
What's some places that you got your eye on?
I'm trying to be everywhere in the world. Like, one of my goals is I'm trying to go to every single country in the world and make a song in every single country of the world. Like,
So you trying to go on a world tour?
I'm trying to go everywhere, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be local, I'm trying to be global, I'm trying to be worldly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm looking to move into either LA or like Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Right now, only because for the music industry is where most of the people I'm working with now are located.
So what's like a normal day for you right now? Like what you be getting into? Like what can somebody catch you out hanging out at, or you a homebody, or what you got shaking?
So honestly, I'm a homebody. You ain't gonna catch me at parties or clubs like that. I'm either at the studio or home.
So how you market yourself? If you at home all the time, what you doing to market yourself?
You know, social media, that's the beautiful thing about the internet now. Like, I don't have to go out to have to show, you know, what I'm doing, what I'm working on. But, you know, that doesn't mean I'm not going to start popping out. It just means, you know, when I do start popping out, I'll pop out.
You gonna pop out?
I'm gonna pop out.
So who influenced you to start rapping?
Who influenced me to start rapping?
Yeah, like what made you start rapping? Like was there a situation or event that occurred in your life that you was like, yo, I want to rap, yo, I'm really about to take this serious, like?
So the way I started rapping was, so I used to be a dancer before I was ever a rapper.
Oh, okay.
So I always had something to do with music, but it wasn't specifically rapping. When I was in high school, it was freshman year of high school, I used to have a best friend that she used to rap. I wasn't rapping at the time, I used to write poems. And one day, we were just like freestyling, you know what I'm saying? And then I freestyled for the first time. Like, I came from just writing poems to like putting one of my poems on a beat. And it just happened so naturally. And like, when I heard myself rap, it just, you know, a lot of people that, you know, want to rap, it takes them a long time to find their sound. That's like the hardest thing for artists is finding their sound. To me, that was like the first thing I found. Like when I started rapping, I knew my sound. Like it was just natural. And when I did it, I just knew like I was never gonna stop. Like I was like, this is my purpose. This is what I want to do. Like I'm gonna do this.
So how long you been rapping?
Since 15, since freshman year of high school. So 6 years now. I'm 20.
Have you seen a lot of progression since then, or you feel like you still kind of?
Every single day. every single day is getting better and better. And you know, it's a journey, the journey of the road. So, you know.
Yeah. So what your parents know you rap?
Do my parents know I rap?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my parents, my mother especially, she's a very big part of my support team. My family is very supportive of what I do. They may not agree with all of the music I make, some of the things I talk about, but everything I talk about is my real life, it's my real story. So, you know, they're very supportive of what I'm doing. So.
How they feel about you dancing?
Oh, my mom, she loves the fact that, you know, I used to dance so much. She wants me to start dancing again more, because once I started rapping, like, I kind of took a backseat on dancing because I was just so focused on my craft and music. But, you know, now...
So when you say dancing, do you mean like dancing at like strip club dancing, or dancing like professional dancing, like, you know what I'm saying,
like,
ballet?
Like choreographed.
Oh,
dance,
choreographic.
Like hip-hop,
Okay.
tap dance, ballet. Like I grew up dancing like all that stuff, like tap dancing,
Okay,
dancing.
Now we had to get it clear though, because people see this interview and they hear the word dancing.
Yeah, no,
like,
I've never danced at a strip club. You know, shout out to the girls that do though. I'm not that bold. I don't got enough ass for it, you feel me? God ain't blessed me with enough booty for it.
Dang. So what's your affiliation with King Carter? You know, King Carter ringing bells out here, man. You know what I'm saying, the Baby South Coast Music Group, shout out to them.
For sure, for sure. So he's my manager. We're currently, you know, working together. A lot of big things coming soon. And basically I'm signed under his label, not South Coast. Shout out to South Coast though too, they're doing big things. But we're starting a new wave, and it's Social Currency. So you're gonna...
Oh, that's the name of the label?
Mm-hmm.
Social Currency?
Social Currency.
Okay.
And that name holds weight, you know what I'm saying?
Big weight.
If you know what, you know, social currency actually means, it holds weight. So
go ahead and tell the people what social currency means for the people that don't know.
Okay, so social currency is basically value and, you know, status. It's not about money all the time, you know what I'm saying? It's about being what people talk about, you know, your name hold weight. So how did y'all actually meet each other though? How we met each other?
Yeah.
So I had dropped my first album in January by myself before having any type of management team or anything. I dropped my first music video, Trap Running Laps, by myself. This was before, you know, having any sort of team structure or anything. And after I dropped my first album, that's when I quit my job, the January of this year, and I just said I'm gonna do music, like... So
you ain't worked since January?
Yep. Fucking 9 to 5. I'm never going back.
Has it been hard?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a roller coaster, you know. You could have a day that you balling and the next day you broke, you know what I'm saying? But it's the beauty in the journey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate the hard times because it makes you appreciate the things that you have more when you get them versus if you always have everything you always have.
Ever think about like that you regretting the situation, or you feel like you'll go back to the 9 to 5, or you feel like you out for life?
Never. Nah, even when I quit the job, like I literally like I told myself, I made a promise to myself, and I was like, I'm never going back to a 9 to 5. Like,
what kind of work was you doing?
I was a project manager.
A project manager?
At 19 years old. I was the youngest person in my office. Like, I'm working beside 40-year-olds.
What type of like project manager though? What field was it in?
Construction.
Construction?
Yeah, and I really appreciate, you know, having that job too. Like, again, I'm always like the youngest person in my environment for some reason, but I appreciate that experience because I learned a lot of things being a project manager. Like, I can manage any type of projects. It doesn't have to be just construction. It can be applied to any aspect of life.
No, that's lit. So look, so you got a nice little following on Instagram. Did you have the following before you started doing music, or that's something you gained as you start meeting people throughout the music industry?
Honestly, when I was dancing, I only had up to like 8,000 followers. And I had, like, back when I was dancing, I would do like videos like for other people's, like other artists' songs. So like somebody that had shouted me out a long time ago, Kevin Lavelle, you know who that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Kevin.
right? He shouted me out. I was like 15 years old, I think, and I had gained like 1,000 followers in like 2 days. And that was just off of dancing though. When I started actually doing music, it took longer to gain my followers because, again, the type of music I make, it's not like I'm on Instagram like showing my boobs and showing my ass and, you know, using my sex appeal as an advantage to sell my music. But I feel like a lot of people like recognize real, and I feel like when they hear like the substance behind the type of music that I'm making, they're like, oh, she hard, like who that?
Yeah.
And, you know, that's the reaction I want to get anyways.
So look, that leads into my next question. Like, for the people that never heard your music before, like, tell them about your content, like the content in your music. Like, is that inspired by real life situations, or you kind of just like just making stuff up, or what's going on?
Ain't nothing made up. Ain't nothing made up this way. And I write all my own music too. So
you ain't getting no help?
No, I'm starting now to work with songwriters. I even got the opportunity to have Verse Simmons in the studio with me, who is a fucking legend.
Oh yeah.
One of the greatest, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's lit.
Blessed. But before that, like, I always write my own music and everything. It's my real story. It's my real life. Nothing that I rap about is nothing that I'm not about. Rather, is love, trap shit, you know, situations I've been through. It's always my story. And I feel like the reaction I feel like a lot of people get when they hear my music is just like, you know, my music is timeless. It's classic. It's not gonna be music that's just temporary for the moment. It's gonna be music that you could hear 10 years from now and be like, this still a hit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want my music to be therapeutic. You know, I feel like nowadays the reason why people listen to so much turn up music is because they want to escape reality, and that's why it's easier to be like, you know, fuck hoes, get money, do drugs, do this, because it's just like they're escaping, you know, their pain in their real life. But I feel like they're not facing the problem, and I just want to talk about the problem without it sounding like conscious music. You know, that's why people don't like listening to conscious music, because they be like, it sounds like conscious music. Like, I want you to still turn up, but I want you to still face like whatever you're going through in your life. I want it to be therapy when you hear my music.
Yeah, like when you go to the studio, like what's something that's really, like what's gonna come out? Like, you like talk about love, or you like more talking about that trap shit, or what?
So, I have so many different vibes, honestly, because, you know, as human, like I consider myself a rose, right?
Yeah.
And as people, we're all roses. We all got multiple different layers. So I don't try to limit myself under one category. Because even in the type of music, like, people be like, so do you rap or do you sing? I do everything, you know what I'm saying? I never want to limit myself. But I will say, I do have people in the studio, like, it's funny, he made a comment. He said, you're the queen of breakup music. Because I tend to talk about breakup music a lot, I guess. I talk a lot about breakups, but that's only because that was one of my biggest, like, pains that I've had in my life. Was my heartbreak. So
you did have a heartbreak?
You know, it was whatever.
Did that happen while you was in Charlotte, or that was happen while you was up in New York?
It was in Charlotte. It
was in Charlotte, so you came down to the South and got your heart broken by a country boy?
Oh my God. You know what? You
don't want to shout that man out? You feel like he gonna regret breaking your heart?
No comment.
No comment?
No comment.
So you say he gonna regret it?
You know, a lot of people gonna regret sleeping on me, but that's a part of the journey too.
Yeah. I seen on your story the other day you was talking about like being around like positive people. Like since you've been rapping, have you been feeling like you've been getting some shade lately, or like the type of people that's been around you, or like what's going on with that?
I just feel like people used to show more love.
How you feel about the Carolina rap scene right now for females? How you feel about that right now?
I feel like females need to step it up, because right now niggas is running shit right now in the Carolinas. I feel like, but I feel like there's definitely some females in the Carolinas that has been slept on that are coming up, and you know, it's noticeable.
Is there anybody, any females in particular that you might see yourself working with one day, or that you actually have no choice but to see because they're working so hard? You want to shout anybody out?
From the Carolinas?
Yeah, from the Carolinas.
Oh yeah, for sure. Me and Ariana, Tiny Montana. Who else from the females? Dang, I know it's a couple people I'm not thinking about right now. But them two definitely. I already have, my own relationship with them. Yeah, I can't think of no right off the top of my head, but there is like more females that I know of that are working that I really fuck with.
So let's talk about your last project. You dropped your last project in January. Is that true? That it came out in January? So how you feel about your last project? Did it do what you wanted to do, or what you think about it now looking back?
I feel like I appreciate it because it was my introduction to myself. I feel like the album was more for myself than for anything else. Like I wasn't trying to get a reaction off of that album. Like that album was more so for me, because everybody was calling me Taco, and it was like, okay, now that I'm about to take music serious, who the fuck is Tacobae? Like, I am Tianis, and if you can't say my name, then keep that shit out your mouth. Like, that's already in the intro of my first album, so I feel like that was more so telling myself, like, who I am and how I'm coming to the game. But looking back at it, like I told you, I progress every single day. So the music, I'm like, that's old shit. Like, my new music is so much more, like, advanced already in this short amount of time this year that I'm just excited to drop, my new stuff.
What song you think everybody rocking with?
That's an easy one. Need a break.
Need a break.
Need a break. I feel like the music video gonna come soon. Need a break music video coming soon for all of my Day One fans. But Need a Break was definitely like the song that most people reached out to me about, like being their favorite song off the album, and I feel like it's because that was like I wrote that song literally like in the middle of my heartbreak that I was going through, whatever. But it was the most intimate song to me, and I feel like a lot of people felt that. A lot of people can relate. Like, we all need a break sometimes, So.
You see yourself dropping a part 2 to it?
Interesting.
Maybe. Yeah.
We'll see.
So, what's a misunderstanding about you that that you heard or that you think people think that's not true? That's just like simply not true.
I'm not sure. I feel like a lot of people have their own opinions. I feel like as humans, all we know is to judge everything that we see or hear and compare it to what we know. But for anybody who doesn't know me, they might think I'm stuck up or mean or something, but I'm really not. I'm like the biggest fucking sweetheart ever, so, but I'm really silly, I'm goofy, I'm funny. I'm not like, I'm very conscious of a person, so people may think like, Tiani's always so deep, and I be getting into a lot of like deep conversations, so people know me for that, but I'm very just loving at heart.
That's nice. So, you ever heard any like crazy rumors about yourself that wasn't true? That were just like completely false? Like, damn, like I must be going up, yo. To be starting hearing some crazy stuff like this.
Definitely. But most of the rumors was only from like 1 or 2 people that just don't like me. I don't really have like a lot of drama that be surrounding me, to be honest. Like, and I say this in a humble way, but like I'm truly loved by the people around me because I just give a lot of love, so I don't really do harm to people. I don't really give people a reason to not fuck with me. If you don't fuck with me, you just don't fuck with yourself, honestly.
So when you hear something crazy, how do you address it? Do you like ignore it, or do you want those people to get on social media? Like, how you address this?
Honestly, I don't really address anything that's negative because it doesn't deserve my attention.
Facts.
If it's not benefiting me, it's not affecting my life. So.
What's a question that you get asked a lot that you can't stand, like you don't like getting asked? Like, what's something that people ask you that you like, damn, again?
That people ask me, or tell me, like a lot
Either
of people
or.
be like, you the next Cardi B, the next, like I get that so much.
You don't like that?
I don't like being compared at all to anybody. It's
You're
not
your own
because
person.
it's her. Right, it's not because it's her, but I understand, like I said, as people, we're conditioned to judge and compare things to what we know. So, I'm Dominican, Cardi's Dominican, she from New York, I'm from New York. The accent thing, that's why people compared us. It's like if I was to be black, then they would compare me to Nicki. You feel me? It's just how the rap game is. They always gonna find who to put you up against. But you know, I'm my own person. I feel like being the new girl, I'm creating a new wave. I'm creating a new sound, a new format for everything, even in the business aspect of music. You know, not just the music itself.
Is there some links or some connections with you and Cardi B, with y'all both being from Brooklyn and both Dominican?
But I haven't met her yet.
You know anybody that you know back home that knows her or anything like that, or say they know her?
You know, I'm gonna meet her one day.
You gonna meet her?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Like, I don't know how, but I know that I will. So
Yeah.
shout out to Cardi B. I fuck with her. She remind me of, like, she could be like my mama's mama. So.
2019 is almost over. How you planning on closing out the year? Going into 2020?
Finishing creating my image, and then 2020 is gonna be the music. It's gonna be, you know, everything that I've been working on this year, actually sharing it with the world, showing who I am, being more open. You know, I am a homebody. I don't get to go out, so 2020 gonna be me popping out. You know, actually being able to share everything that I've been working on.
You plan on dropping anything new before the year is over?
Interesting question.
Come on, now we need that BMM exclusive right now.
Not sure yet. Only because I'm working on some big things right now, and it's taking a lot of my attention and time, and I want to make sure that that's overall is ready for, you know, next year.
Being an artist is pretty much another full-time job, from being on social media, recording, shooting videos, traveling, branding yourself. Do you ever get exhausted?
Man, if you ain't tired, you ain't working.
If you ain't tired, you ain't working.
Like, and honestly, like, it's like when you go a couple of days without sleep, you just get into autopilot. So like, I'm used to being on autopilot. That's nothing to me. And I signed up for this, and I love what I do. So it's like, it's great. It is a full-time job, though. Honestly, it's more of a full-time job than a 9 to 5. Because at least a 9 to 5, you get to clock out at 5 o'clock. You feel me?
Yeah.
As an artist, you don't get to clock out. Like, at all times, you gotta be on your shit. You never know who's watching. You never know who's listening. You know, you always gotta be on your P's and Q's.
No, that's facts. So is there anything that you want to say before we get up out of here? Anything you want to let the people know?
For sure.
Any events coming up? Anything you want to get off your chest? Talk to them. Big Mouth.
I just want y'all to get ready for what the fuck is coming. Tianis Rose coming real soon. Project dropping 2020, the new girl. So just stay tuned for the new girl. And yeah, that's really it.
That's facts. Big Mouth, Tacobae.
Shout out to Bigmoufmedia for bringing the Rose in. And yeah, just stay tuned. Big things coming soon.
You want to let them know your Instagram or where they can find you at, your music or anything like that?
For sure. Follow me on Instagram at Tacobae, Tacobae. And follow me on Twitter too, Tacobae4. And my music, just search up my name, Tianis Rose. Again, you gotta say it with a smile. It don't work if you don't smile. You gotta say it with a smile, Tianis.
Facts. And just like that, we out.